think it's safe to record. I think the dogs are quiet now. They shouldn't interfere. Welcome everybody, Souldin here, and it's another installment of Tea Time. I think this would be Tea Time 8? Yes, I think this will be Tea Time 8. I'm here with an English breakfast tea. Yeah, it's just a classic English breakfast tea. Reason is because for Christmas, which I hope you all had a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoyed our Christmas special, the Grin Brothers mini of Bayonetta 2 demo. Oh, I'd already played Bayonetta 2 demo, so had Rafi play it. It was a fun episode, I feel. Yeah, quite enjoyable to actually record that one. But I got the English breakfast tea for Christmas as one of the presents. It was part of a set called New English Teas. Well, I'm sorry, New English Teas, but English breakfast tea is not very new at all. Anyway, I've just been doing this quick little bit of tea time because we're just a little bit slowed down with the editing. Rafi's had a bit more coursework than he expected, and we're having to sort things out. So tea time here helps to give us a bit more time to do the actual editing and such, because these are a lot quicker to do and sort out and all that. Not to worry though, we may be announcing a break in future, maybe a week or 2 weeks break to sort things out because of how hectic things are. I know January is going to be a hectic month for me, but we should be eventually getting it smoothed out, so we should get sort of like daily updates more consistently. Anyway, I was just feeling I should ask you all, how have you been enjoying the Sonic Adventure series? Yep, we've gone up to part 13. We had 2 sessions for the Sonic campaign of Sonic Adventure, and we did 13 episodes one day, and I think we've got, I think it's only 7 or 9 more to go. I think it's like 20 or 22 episodes. I don't have the Grin Brothers book. I have like a log book of all the dates. A thing I've been adding to the episode is, if you sort of check the summary, I've added when the actual recording was made, so you can tell obviously what time our jokes are being made and what news we've heard. Because I thought it was funny that we mentioned Little Big Planet, wanted to see Little Big Planet 3 announced at E3, and in our Little Big Planet 2 series, Little Big Planet 3 actually got announced. Anyway, there are more tea times to sort of look forward to, because me and Rafi have been thinking of different tea times, but taking this break for the Sonic one, Sonic Adventure, to give it a little bit of a pause, I figured, well, for this tea time, how about I talk more about Sonic? After all, I kind of started to rush the end of Sonicdin. I think I should probably have looked at Sonicdin before I started making this one, but, yeah. So consider this the sequel to the great hit of Sonicdin. A video which only got 3 views. Close enough for us at the moment, that's a hit. In any case, towards the end, I was commenting on Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations and Sonic Drift and all that. As said, just to make sure I was clear on the issue, I liked Sonic Colors. Felt it was a bit short, but otherwise, I enjoyed Sonic Colors. I wouldn't call it sort of the greatest Wii game franchise. I wouldn't put it in the top 10, but top 20 maybe? Yeah. It's a fun game, really well made. I don't feel that way for Sonic Generations though. Really not a fan of Sonic Generations. It's just the gameplay didn't gel well with me, and the classic and modern Sonic, they didn't really feel unique enough. They didn't, to give warrant enough reason to sort of play as both in a way. I mean, as you'll see with Sonic Adventure, the 6 characters are almost entirely different. They feel very unique. I don't feel that way with Sonic Adventure. I mean, if it was Sonic and Big, you'd be able to tell the drastic difference. But if it's Sonic and younger, past Sonic, no. But, those are things I sort of discussed about last time. I think I started talking about Sonic Drift 2 towards the end. I never played the original Sonic Drift, but the Sonic Drift 2 on the Game Gear, while not playing on the Game Gear, I played it, I think on one of the Sonic Gem collection. I really enjoyed Sonic Drift 2, which is funny because currently my favourite racing game series of all is the Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing series. I really love those games. It was I got the 360 version because that came with Banjo-Kazooie, so that was pretty cool. And it had Oppa Oppa as a playable character, which was absolutely brilliant. The roster of the first game, I think, was actually better than the roster for the second game, but that's an entirely different discussion. Though I feel in the core gameplay, though there are sort of problems with it, the second gameplay, the way the tracks are designed, is just phenomenal. The second game is Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing Transformed, is my favourite racing game of all time so far. Really hoping to see Sumo Digital at some point and Sega work on a third entry. Hopefully it will come to the Wii U, because Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed was the launch title I got with my Wii U. I mean, Wonderful 101 wasn't out, and okay, yeah, I did get Nintendo out of it, but the other title I was looking forward to for the Wii U was Wonderful 101. So Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed was what I got. Played it for a long time and enjoyed it. And yeah, that was the start. I really liked the series. But there was another Sonic game that I didn't get to discuss anything of, which I have actually played, because I kind of rushed and ran out of time. That game would be Sonic Lost World, a Wii U exclusive game. Well, there's a version of it for the 3DS. I'm not sure how that one plays. And I have very mixed feelings on Sonic Lost World for the Wii U. Mixed feelings that, in the end, me up to form a sort of average opinion. It's certainly not my favourite of the games, but it's not bad, as in totally bad. What I like about the game is how it feels. It kind of feels like the transition of like the original 2D Sonic into 3D. There's a lot of exploration, and it doesn't emphasise speed entirely. Sonic 1, 2, and 3, I've never felt they emphasise speed. I mean, the first stage of Sonic the Hedgehog 3 certainly did not emphasise speed. There was barely a moment you could go fast there. And Sonic Lost World, I think, did very well sort of balancing out moments to go fast and moments not to go fast. I feel some of the 2D sections, some of the controls were a little bit... Yeah, how best to describe this? The game lacked polish, but had unique ideas. That's generally my summary of what I felt of Sonic Lost World. I liked how it basically transitioned 2D Sonic into a 3D format. I liked the sort of styles of levels. I liked the run controls. The kick mechanic I hope returns in future Sonic games, because the kick mechanic was awesome. Sort of homing attack or doing the kick, or doing sort of like the extra jump. You know, having spin attack as a run option was really cool. And I really enjoyed the level designs and the level ideas they had. They had a lot of fun, sort of creative levels, I felt. Except those air stages. Those were just annoying as heck. I mean, they seemed perfect to use the Wii gamepad in some way, but no. But what I felt problems with the game, its story was weak, which for a Sonic game is a bit weird, because Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Unleashed, even Sonic Heroes, the Sonic games have generally had over, you know, for instance, its main rival Mario, over Mario, you know, excluding the Paper Mario stories, really good stories. The Sonic games have had what I feel are really good stories, and they have a good way of telling those stories, particularly with Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. So it seems strange that the story was so weak. The enemies themselves made for, you know, the most boring boss battles I've ever done in a Sonic game, which is funny considering, you know, all the other boss battles generally usually consist of Eggman. Yet Eggman was more interesting to fight and not so easy compared to all these the 7 deadly sins. So yeah, there's a lot of criticisms I have for it. But then it sort of makes me smile with stuff like the Yoshi DLC or the Zelda DLC, which I felt were great ways to transition the Sonic Lost World gameplay into another sort of style and sort of incorporate ideas from Yoshi and Zelda. And I really, yeah, like I said, it's unique ideas but lacking in polish. I felt Sonic Lost World, if they eventually, after the travesty of Sonic Boom, I've heard good things about the 3DS version, so, and the TV show is awesome, but the Wii U version, not so much, but if they follow through with the Sonic Lost World gameplay style, and polish it up, sort of like a little bit of better platforming, maybe a little bit more speed with the spin attack option, you know, just smoother, and add in the other characters as playable. I mean, people complained about the Sonic characters, yet playing as but no one complained about Sonic Adventure. People loved Sonic Adventure. I'm pretty sure they loved playing as Tails and Knuckles and Amy and Gamma. Big not so much, but I enjoyed playing as Big. But they enjoyed playing as these other characters in Sonic Adventure. So it's not a matter of people hating Sonic's friends, I don't feel. Or I hope not, because I do enjoy Sonic's friends. It's a large, relatable cast of characters is, again, one of those things I feel Sonic series has over... Sorry, did I say relatable? Not... That'd be a bit weird. No, but likeable. I like the Sonic Hedgehog series characters. I feel they introduced too many of a primary role, but I enjoy them. So, and I enjoy playing as them. So I hope if they do make sort of focus on a Sonic Lost World style, they actually, polish that up, allow you to play as other characters, and sort of show the true potential of what the unique idea it was could do. I really do hope to see that. Whether we will, depends. I'm not sure what direction they're going to take after Sonic Boom. Which, shame to see it sort of seems pretty bad. I had it on my Christmas list, but luckily I avoided it after sort of, seeing sort of people's playthroughs and reviews of it. I watched more of them across the board just to make sure. I was like, yeah, oh gosh, this is going to be really awkward if I get that for Christmas. But no, didn't get Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric for Christmas. But yeah, I like the Sonic series. I hope to see the next entry will be again on Wii U, though there are concerns that it won't be on the Wii U and instead be PS4 Xbox One exclusive, which will at least make me happy with an Xbox One here, but I do prefer supporting the Wii U overall. In any case, I'll be interested to see what the Sonic series does next. And those are my thoughts on the Sonic series up to date. I can't remember any other Sonic games I haven't shared my thoughts on at the top of my head, but if I do, I'm sure I can make another video on it. Again, it helps break things up. Also, Sonic Boom. I haven't played Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric, but Sonic tells me I won't ever will. But my thoughts on the cartoon, which I have watched a few episodes of, I recommend it. It's an awesome cartoon. It's really funny. You don't need to play the games to understand it, which is the key reason why I was going to get Sonic Boom and such, so I can understand the cartoon. But apparently you don't. Well, you definitely don't, because it doesn't seem like it makes any sort of difference. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Sonic the Hedgehog series, and cheerio everyone!